All right. So, welcome to the Balls on Deck podcast. I'm your host, King Swift 132. We got your boy Top Ninja in the building. Welcome, my brother. You know what I'm
Word,
saying?
word, was good.
And yeah, man. This, like I said, this is a podcast where we celebrate and commemorate up and coming artists. We want to show them the love that the artists mainstream get, and that they don't really get recognized for and stuff like that. So we want to basically show those artists the love and get some of their stories and where their head is at musically and just in general, you know what I mean? So welcome, and I'm happy to have you here, my brother.
Word, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Word.
Anytime, man, anytime. So let's get right on into it. It's not going to be a long interview, maybe 20 minutes at best. I
All right.
would say maybe a little longer if things, if the conversation is, you know what I mean, spicy enough. But let's get on right on into it. So you say you from Long Island.
Word.
Moved to Florida. What prompted the move? Was it a musical situation, or you just had to get up out of New York?
I mean, I just had to get out of New York. I mean, to be honest with you, I had read this Bible verse and it said like the spirit of God hovers over the water. So I was like, you know what? I gotta get a. Maybe I should do some spiritual move like that. So I
Okay,
started looking
okay,
for places, and I had came back from Mexico. Um, and when I came back, it was a snowstorm in New York. I was like, nah, I can't do this. My boy was like, yo, let's go to Tampa and chill. So I went to Tampa right after, and I
right.
just never really came back. So I mean, I was
I
like,
don't
yeah, I
blame you,
can't do
man.
this.
I
Yeah,
don't blame you. New York is it's kind of toxic, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, and people can't really build and evolve here like they want. So I
yeah,
understand how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
feeling like making that move too one of these days. So I understand. Trust me, I
yeah.
do.
All right,
But
yeah.
so, how long you been down there?
I think it's 8 months so far.
Oh, okay. So you new to Florida, okay? As
Yeah,
as a resident, basically.
yeah.
So a lot of your musical influence come from up here or from down there?
I mean, I'm a big Nas fan. Like,
Okay,
fucking, I'm big on trap. So
right.
Nas not really a trapper, but Moneybag, you
Yo,
know,
okay, okay,
Gotti, fucking Meek Mill,
okay,
any trap music, you know, that's really my influence.
okay.
DMX, yeah,
Ooh, legendary.
yeah,
Shouts out, rest in peace to X, man. Shouts
yeah,
out to
word,
X and the family as well. That's some big names you drop right there because those people are definitely influential when it comes to music and when it comes to inspiring us. We a lot younger, you know what I mean? So
word. Even G Herbo, I like G Herbo too.
yeah, I like G
Yeah,
Herbo.
he
He
sounds
pretty
good.
solid too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you got some background in you. Well, I studied your music a little bit. I didn't do too much research because I didn't have a lot of time, but
word.
I noticed that you into drill music. And
Yeah.
you mentioned some drill artists as well. But is that the where you started from, or is that like what you build into? You feel more comfortable with today?
You know, that's just what I feel more comfortable with today because I feel like when I first started doing music, you know, I ain't know nothing about beats, nothing. I was just like, yo, you know, somebody
Right.
give me a beat, I'm gonna just do whatever. And then it
Yeah.
kind of evolved to me kind of figuring out what I like and what
Right.
people like. But I really feel like drill just gives me an opportunity to expand upon my aggressiveness on the mic. So I'm really
Okay.
just trying to fill that out. So I'm new
Right.
to it. So you know, yeah,
Okay. So I dig that. I dig that. And I noticed that like when I was listening to some of your songs, I noticed that you seem more comfortable doing drill and you seem more comfortable. But you do have bars though. Like I noticed I heard some
appreciate it.
bars in there, so I still hear the New York in you. But so when you moved down to Florida, well, I kind of asked you that, but when you moved down to Florida, did that kind of have reason with changing the style of music, or were you always like on drill type music?
Nah, you know what it is? I'm like, I came down to Florida And the right now I feel like Florida is like the last place on earth. To be honest with you, like it's rocking out here. Like ain't nothing shut down. Like it's a whole vibe. Like
Oh, I trust me, I
you
know I'm
see,
always down there. I'm always in
yeah,
Miami or
Tampa,
somebody.
word, Tampa right back in the Super Bowl again. Like I
Right.
mean, or right back in the energy down here. So I kind of been studying like, yo, what's going on down here, and I think that kind of changed like how I'm trying to evolve my music. Like, because at the end
Mm,
of the day, I'm gonna study how people are like, you know, reacting to uh, the vibe. So
okay.
yeah,
Okay. I dig it. I dig it. So when you create music, are you in a certain place mentally, or does it just come freely to you? Like, can you just, you hear a beat, you know what you want to say, or and you go, or does it reflect
it's
on life?
both.
It's both.
It's
Oh, yeah.
both.
So talk to me
So
about
I
that a
mean,
little bit.
yeah. So like, I noticed like I could try to get a little freestyle going, and then
Yeah.
stop, right? So I started realizing that there's other times where like I just got it, and then other
Hmm.
times where I see it. So
Mm.
lately I've been trying to like sit down and see it because I like seeing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's always both. You know what I mean? It's never just one or the other.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I asked that because when I was making music a long time ago, everything that was a reflection in my life, I was making music based off that.
Right.
And today I hear a lot of artists, they try to go there, but they don't really want to go there. I think they
Right.
just want to make music that, because it's about numbers. So I think they just want to make music just to get the music out, and they rushing it. And they're not really taking the
Yeah.
time to reflect on what's going on around them and really put that level of artistry out there. So that's why I really asked you that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah,
my
yeah,
goal right now for music is really like because I know there's a lot going on in the world, but my thing is like I'm out of the world.
right,
Like and like I don't try to keep my head in it. So if anybody like jumps into what I'm doing, I'm just trying to give you some energy. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of negativity going on. I'm like a let's all keep our head above water type.
type
Type.
shit. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Look like the world's shutting down. Like yo, I'm outside. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
Like you
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
dig
yo,
it.
let's
Right,
go.
right.
So
So you ain't
yeah,
holding back. You basically just
nah,
giving it your
man.
all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I dig that. I
Yeah,
dig that.
yeah, man. I trust God. Like, I feel like
Okay.
if he wanted me dead, he'd kill me. So let's go. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like,
I dig that.
yeah,
I respect that. I
word.
respect that. So you got like a no time to waste kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
just
word.
on it, just moving. I like that.
Yeah,
I like how you bring the spiritual influence as well. Because we all need something to guide us and kind of
yeah,
usher us through. Music is something that could touch a lot of people. So if you don't have the proper guidance, you know what I mean, it might not work
yeah,
out. So I get that. Let me ask you this question though. I seen you had a successful year.
word.
When
Appreciate it.
you dropped your the Spotify, was it Spotify numbers?
Yeah.
What was the approach when you was dropping all of that music? What was the approach when you said, you know what, I'm gonna put this music out? Was the goal to just get the music out, or was it for the numbers? What was the approach and what was the motivation behind that?
Yo, honestly, I had no real approach at the time. Everything, I was talking to my boy about me having this dream when I was living in Brooklyn. I was living in Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
And I was like I said, I was taking trips at the time, traveling. And then I told him like I just had this dream, like, yo, everything was gonna change. And then it just started happening,
Right.
bro. They
So
talk
shit
about
just started popping
manifesting.
off.
Yo, shit started popping off.
Yeah.
So I met this chick, man. Her name was like Foreign Dream or something like that. That was like her real name. I'm like, how is her real name Foreign Dream? Like she changed it to that. So I made this song Foreign Dream,
I was
just
about to
thinking
ask you
about,
about that.
yeah, just thinking about her. And then she's like, yo, how you gonna make a song about me? Like, I'm like, what? I told you. Like, but either way,
Right, right, right.
like I dropped it. and I didn't really. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, but the shit started like. I mean, in like Europe, it just started picking up. So I was like, "Yo, wow, that's pretty good." Like that shit makes me excited just to look at my Spotify numbers and know, like, if I went to London right now or some shit, like that's where my motherfuckers is really at. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? That
yeah,
shit is
yeah.
crazy. Like,
Right, right.
so yeah, it's crazy. This music stuff, like, you never really know where you're gonna hit at or who really
Nah, you
gonna,
don't.
so
You don't. So is
so
that like the plan? Like you was like, all right, I'm gonna drop this record. I'm gonna promote it. How do you do you promote like using like Facebook boosting and
yeah,
Instagram?
like I'm so I mean, I'm big on like, you know, I always tell people like, yo, if McDonald's didn't need advertise, if advertising was important, McDonald's wouldn't still do it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right.
Yo, because coming down to Florida, like I see they got way better shit than McDonald's. You'll never have to eat McDonald's ever in your life. You know, they
That's a
got
fact.
gourmet fast food. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right, right.
So like, but McDonald's, like, they invest more than everybody else because they gonna let you know buy. They gonna make you stop. You always gonna stop at McDonald's. Like, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So I'm big on like, yo, wherever I see something that I don't give a fuck if one person read that place, I'm gonna be on it. So that's my real strategy is like, yo, advertise, be there, be there, be there, and get a
right.
buzz going. And I don't say you gotta promote everything. Sometimes most of my strategy is like just promote one thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
cause I just promote one thing, one product. You know what I mean? That's all you need.
yeah. Because they'll come
So
back and they'll see
yeah,
the rest of what you got. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's
you'll
not
see
like
what the rest you got. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like I put most of my efforts behind just like, just one song, and then just I ask people like, yo, what's your favorite song? Like my coworkers, everything. Like, yo, what's your, and they all tell me. So I'm like, yo, let me go on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I put my chips on that because
I
everybody
dig
else
it.
told me like, yeah, that. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
yeah,
So when you did the Foreign Dream track, right? I know you said you didn't expect it to do, but when you got the response, I mean, it was a big record. You know what I mean? I saw you had a little article about it or whatever. And I was like, yo, this is kind of big because you're not are you signed? You're not a signed artist yet, right?
nah, nah, nah.
So that's kind of like a big deal. Like what was like how what was the feeling you had when you got those numbers back and you were like, whoa, this could really go somewhere? Like how do you feel about that?
You know what? I was see this is the thing. Like I'm kind of like a nerd, so I'm like very analytical, man. Like everything has to look right to
Right.
me from a digital perspective. So, um, I was kind of saying to myself, I was like, but why and where? Like,
Mm,
you know what I mean? So I was kind of hyped. Um, I was really hyped, but I'm always like nostalgic to shit. So I just be chilling, like, oh shit, and then
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
over it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm like, now that I'm really just like really trying to do as many shows as I can now. I'm
Right.
excited about for those numbers. I'm excited about going to touch my fan base in these areas and really turning up for them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
So
could
and
respect
like
that.
that's something I'm gonna do this year is just tap into my places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay consistent, you know what I mean? Stay
Yeah.
productive. So basically, what's the next project? Like, is there another project in the making, or are you just gonna focus on what you previously done?
You know what? Right now, I know like it's better to be patient, but right now I'm just in this mode where I just want to drop. And I feel like
Okay.
I didn't freaking I'm just on a go mode. So like I feel like there's artists out there before you really heard about them, these motherfuckers had like 300 mixtapes.
Right, right,
So who am
right.
I? You know what I mean? Like, so
True, true.
I'm really just trying to be humble right now and just throw it against the wall. You don't like it. I know some people tell me like I don't like this, I don't like that, but that's not the mode I'm on. I'm on the like, yo, beat fine, like we go on,
Yeah,
go on,
yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah.
because like you said, like I was saying before, you breathe, like, like I'm on some time and shit, like it's all
Yeah.
all, so I'm
I
on
think that's
go right
important
now.
too. think that's very
Yeah.
important in the right time,
Yeah,
you
like
know?
what are we waiting for? You know? Like,
Right, right. And sometimes you need to put a pause on it and kind of like, all right, you're not
yeah,
ready yet, but these songs are ready.
yeah.
So let me get those ready. That's what's up though, man.
Yeah, I
I
got
like
like
the
yeah, word. I got
Now
like
go ahead,
20
go ahead.
shit just sitting that I'm just haven't finished because I ain't want to rush it, but I'm gonna do it eventually. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
But
So
whatever I could go on, I'm gonna go.
is there like a process to how you, get things rolling? I know I kind of asked that, but like when you get into making the music, do you what's the process like? Do you just, make the music, sit on it, find the right ones that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
compliment
So
you, or how do you
I
go about
used to
that?
yeah, I used to not have a real process, but now I do. Cause what happened was I used to put music out, and there's still stuff I'll be like, y'all would change, but what I do is like as soon as I hear the beat, I know. Like boom,
Mm,
boom. So
yeah, yeah.
once I listen to the beat, I see a vision. Once I got the vision, I start getting some ideas, write them down. And I know they
Right,
hot, so
right.
I don't delete them. I just build around that. And then
Okay.
I mean, either I could just go on it because sometimes I have a whole freestyle off of it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And I'm like, yo. And then other times I'm like, yo, you know what? I'll start writing bits and pieces. But then one time I'll make sure I lay it down. So as soon as I go and fucking get an idea, let's say I got 5 bars, I'm going to lay that bitch down, right? Like right on the computer,
right,
like
right,
boom,
right,
let me record that shit. And I'm
right.
gonna listen to that bitch, get hype off that shit, and then
Mm,
fucking so I'm gonna play with that bit. And then once I finish the whole track,
yeah.
then I'm gonna go and like listen to it for a couple of days. I used to not do this, but now I do. I'll go and be like, nah, I gotta change that. And that's solid. That's solid. I mean, I'm
Right,
not
right.
like an engineer, some shit, but I know like with my bars, like how I want them to be. So I'll be like, yo, nah, that's not solid. That's solid. We could go on that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what I do because I don't want that shit nowadays. I don't want to drop that shit and then later I'd be like, damn, I shouldn't have said it like that. Like
Yeah, right.
it be
Yeah, yeah.
happening, and there's so many talented artists, and they probably would do the same shit, but that comes from a lot of artists not being patient, like you were saying before. Like you gotta be
Yeah,
patient.
yeah.
So, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because but off the energy, sometimes like as an artist, man, you just don't want to. Like you just want to like like Wayne said like just well, Wayne said like you just gotta give him something. Like you talking about you need a beat, you need this. Like motherfuckers, just give him anything. Like just go.
Yeah,
Like
man. Yeah.
so,
Sometimes it's good to
yes,
do that too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, man. So how are you on support? Because that's the main thing, especially in the black community. We don't have the proper level of support
yeah, true.
to take it to the next level. So are you worried about that? Or
Nah,
are you so confident that you just, you know what, you're gonna make it regardless?
nah, man. I'm about to just. I mean, I'd say one thing down here in Tampa. I don't know what happened. Like I'm blessed, bro. Like motherfuckers just fucked with me. Put like boom, boom, boom. Like you know what I mean. Everything came
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
My boy Belly Fonzarelli. This dude, Next Generation Records. Like I got a lot of support. There's a lot of dudes. Or this other dude named Chris Jackson. Like they got a lot of shit going on. I'm supposed to do some shit. Supposedly like South by Southwest Music Festival. Like
Oh, that's
I don't.
big time.
That's big. So I hope that everything goes well with all this shit. So like I just feel like right now I'm getting support, and I'm
Right.
not ever worried about the fans because, like, I mean, every time I go to a show, motherfuckers like, yo, I fuck with your shit, like, yo, I'm growing that, and I just know I'm gonna keep doing shows. So I'm not worried about shit, because I know one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be everywhere. Like, I'm gonna do shows here, there. I'm just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, well, fuck. I think a lot of times, like, motherfuckers don't want to put in the work, but once you're in show mode, you ain't worried about no fans, man. I'm not. I'm just worried
I hear
about,
that.
like, you
I
know what
hear
I
that.
mean?
Definitely.
Like,
That's the one thing about Florida. Like, Florida is the type of place where there's no real bias. Like, they don't really dislike nothing. Like, they
nah,
embrace everything. Like, I was telling my brother one time I had went down there. I started doing clothing, and niggas is like, yo, I'll buy all that shit, and without even
Yeah,
a blink
word.
of an eye, like they was like, yo, I'll take it, and I'm looking like, oh shit, like it's that easy. Like what you got going on? I'll support. I'll follow you right now. That easy in Florida. Up here,
Yeah,
it's like you got to go through a process to prove to
process,
somebody the product is worthy, and then it's like too
bro.
much up here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
I was gonna tell you, you would blow up. You come down here, man, you fucking blow up with this
I already
shit.
know. I
Like,
already know.
yo, I'm
I'm thinking
telling
that's the
you,
move, yo. I'm thinking Florida might be my next stop, yo. I'm tell you right
bro, I'm
now.
telling you, bro. Florida is just love right now. It's a sunshine state. You know what I mean? Like New York is cloudy. You know what I mean? Like it's
Facts.
just it's dim, bro.
Facts.
You know the Johns, they don't want to give you the right love, and then it's a whole this that and the third. So it
Nah,
starts
dead
all
ass
from
though.
there.
Right,
But
right,
yeah,
right,
man,
right.
freaking Florida is a place to be, man. Like people, any day, Florida is a party state. I put on everything, bro. So like everybody came here to have a good time. Like you bro. It's there's no bias. Like
Yeah,
everything
it's
is
none,
supported.
yo.
It's
Yeah, they're gonna
supported.
love you. They're gonna embrace you down there, and that's just the South. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I feel like that would be the right move for a lot of people because, like I mentioned
yeah,
before, the toxicity level in New York, it just makes you a hater. You don't want to be a hater, but it just makes you a hater, and you be like, nah, I don't fuck with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I fuck with
yeah,
my niggas right here, so it just make you go, nah, I don't fuck with them, and that's
yeah,
the wrong vibe to have. You know what I mean?
yeah. New York is very clanny. Like
Yes.
motherfuckers are straight clans over there. Like
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
niggas. I only fuck with three niggas. I tell you, since I've been to Florida, I probably got like I don't know 20, 30 more friends. When I was
That's
in New
crazy.
York, I probably had three people I only spoke to. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm learning, like, yo, because there's a whole different vibe down here, bro. Like it's a whole
Nah, I
different
agree.
vibe. Like,
I
New York is
definitely
hard,
agree.
bro. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not saying Florida's not hard, but New York is hard, bro. Like, like,
It is. It is. Like I totally agree, man. And I wasn't born here, but I've been raised here since I was like 2 years
yeah,
old. It's been hard since then, man. Like I'm
yeah,
struggling to this day, but we gonna make it through. We will prevail,
word,
you know what I'm saying? And we will get through whatever we gotta get through. I'm definitely not worried about that. I got the same confidence level as you know what I'm saying? Like that's
word.
why I keep pushing strong with this because I believe in my thing, you know what I'm saying? And I love what I do. So and I get
Yo,
that same energy from you. You know what I'm saying? And
word.
I also want to apologize to you because I know when we linked up on Instagram, you was one of the first people that I was supposed to do an interview with. So I want to
Yeah, word.
apologize for
So
that, but I'm
good.
glad that we
Word,
got to where I'm glad we got here. You know what I'm saying? So
word.
you know, there's only more to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to support everybody, trying to make sure that I take care of all of the people that got a product that's worthy of supporting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
word. Yeah,
definitely have
word.
that. So
Appreciate you.
anytime, my brother. So my next question, I see you've been doing a lot of shows. You're very active. You're very out there. How do you get like in the mix? Are you scouting for the shows? Are they coming to get to you? Do you prepare or you just go? Like, what's the whole?
Nah, I mean, I linked up with another rapper, Belly Fonzarelli. Um,
Okay,
and I mean, he's fire. So I mean, he pretty much is like, "Yo, Top, we taking over." And he already like on Tampa, like the tip of New York music scene. Like, well, I guess he's really popping down. I would say in Tampa, everybody know him. Every place we went to, motherfuckers was like, "Yo, Belly, Belly, Belly." But I don't got like I said, right now, I feel like I got good support. Like I don't got to worry about shit. It's just like, "Yo, Top, pull
yeah,
up, do your thing." And then,
right,
like I said, when you active, you start being out there.
yep,
Motherfuckers that have other shows gonna tell you, yo, do other shows. You know what
yeah,
I mean? As long as you not saying no, you're gonna get shows. You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
true.
why wouldn't you? With so many people was like, once you just start getting, once you, like I said, once you don't go, you don't go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and why stop if you love doing what you do? You might as well keep
word,
pushing. You know what I'm saying?
word.
So I agree. I totally agree. Like, cause I like I said, I did some research and I'm looking. I'm like, this dude is consistent. There's a couple dudes I follow And I'm like, yo, this the consistency. I see that, and I'm like, wow, because I don't see that from a lot of artists. Like, I got a few artists that I fuck with here, and it takes like a level of aggression for them to go. Like, they don't have the work ethic day to day. They need to get dissed, or somebody got to hate on them, and then that's what motivates them. But I see a lot of
Yeah, nah.
you guys, y'all just on go. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
very
Nah, I'm
impressed.
gonna do 150 shows of shit. Like I know or more.
Right. That's a good goal to have because nobody knows you the way you would like them to. You know, people know you, but you want the world to know you. You
Yeah.
want the world to see your shit. So if you want to do 200 shows, 150, do that shit. Do that
Yo,
shit. That's
if just other rappers, if just all the rappers know about me, I'm fine with that. Like, listen,
right,
I don't
right.
have, listen, I don't got these. Like, look, I understand. Like, look, everybody want to make it to the top. Look, it's great, but I'm also very fine with playing my level. Like,
So you could
you
with
know what I
staying in the
mean?
lane you in.
Yeah, I'm playing my lane. I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't want to be, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm mad. I'm not at there. Like, nah, fuck that. This is supposed to be a good fucking time. Like, I'm supposed
I
to
hear that.
enjoy this. Yeah. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I'm not like, this just feels like a blessing to me right now. Like to do any
I
of
dig
this.
it. I dig it. I dig it. I respect that, man. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because it's genuine. I could feel the vibe and the energy from it. So I already know the vibe.
Word.
So my next is probably my last question. This is a question that I ask a lot of artists. You're probably gonna feel the same way. First, it's a two-part question.
Word.
First question: do you write your own music?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Second question: how do you feel about people who use ghostwriters?
I mean, I'm not gonna use a ghostwriter. I've offered people to ghostwrite for them, and people have asked me to ghostwrite for them.
Okay.
So I'm personally not gonna do it myself, like use a ghostwriter.
Okay.
But I don't know if somebody want to use a ghostwriter, go ahead. Like I sell ghostwriting services, so I'm not opposed to it. I guess I just from New York, and I just feel like, man, if somebody ever found out that somebody wrote my shit, it'll be over. Like,
Right. Right. Right.
and but I'm also like a creative. Like, it's my vision, so but I just feel like some people are good at writing. You know what I mean? Some people are good at singing.
Okay. Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I don't judge. I just feel like I just know better for myself. Like being from New York, like I don't want nobody to be like, yo, Lee. That's not no. So
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
you
just
don't
play it
really have
safe.
no ill feelings towards it, basically.
No, I don't give a that. Like I said, I sell it. Like I
Right.
like
Right.
somebody be like, yo, write this for me. You know what's so funny? Like back in the day, like I say like 5 years ago, I would have like first fucking around my boy first started with music.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers was actually, let me buy that song for you. And I'm like, what? What are
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
talking about, bro?
See what I'm
And I
saying?
said,
Like,
and and I'm like, yo, are you serious? And they was dead serious getting mad about me, mad about it. Like, but I didn't because they saw that I wasn't gonna do shit with it. I wasn't even taking it serious then.
right. Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
So they were already willing to purchase a record off of you, and you were like, "What the hell?" And they were getting mad. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I thought
You
they
know what I'm
was.
saying?
Yeah, I thought they was like tripping. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not even that serious. Like,
Yeah. But we don't
and my
see. You don't
boy,
know that. You don't know the
yeah,
impact of what you have yet. You know what I'm saying? And now that probably open your eyes. Like, yo, oh shit, my shit
yeah,
clicking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? My shit fire.
yeah. Cause I ain't always just know how to rap. Like, I used to just
Yeah.
manage artists, and then
Mm.
like my boy was like, yo, well, if you don't know how to rap, why don't you just write poetry? He was like, you always writing in college and shit anyway. I was like, all right. So then the crazy shit is that I wrote I wrote this bunch of poetry, and then there was this dude named Ishmael Levi. Oh my gosh, he's always playing in the Manhattan subways. It's fire, bro. Like I'm telling you, you see him playing in the subway, you just get that vibe coming through. You're like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
he's the fucking one, bro. Like he don't have no job, bro. He literally tours everywhere, just plays for music, bro. Plays
Wow.
for money. Like,
Wow.
but he was like, yo, could I use this? He was like, I saw your poem you posted. Can I use this? While I'm playing in the subway, I was like, you think this shit is? He's like, this shit is like a song. I was like, really?
Hmm.
I was like, go fuck ahead. I was like, I had a whole fucking thing on this shit. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Okay.
so, I mean, I don't know, man. Sky's the limit.
So you dabble in poetry as well.
Yeah, I got a book of poems out. It's on Amazon. It's called Bowden EST 1990.
So for
So
those who just heard that, when y'all see this interview, go check that out. The man's not only a recording artist, but he got poetry as well. And I think that's dope because that's what rhyming is. It's poetry. It's just in a different
yeah,
form.
or
So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. You don't really hear that. That's not an everyday thing you hear from rappers that they're poets
yeah,
as
or
well. So
I mean, Nas is a big poet, man. That's the way
that's
I
a
see it.
fact. That's a
You know
fact.
what I mean? Biggie, I mean, all these guys got they using. I mean, listen. The one thing about the New York school system is that you're gonna learn all your literary elements. So,
That's a
I
fact.
mean, these guys are
Word.
not. You see, they were using all their bars like
Right, right.
imagery, all of that. You see it all allegory. You see it all painted there like a picture. So, I
Yeah,
mean, that's where it all starts.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
So that's what it is, my brother. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I think we got a little over
Or
20 something minutes. I
all right,
could
or
can I ask you this though? I usually have artists if they feel up to it, do like a little video, especially with the zooms. If you want, you could do like a video where you got, you showcase some of your bars or whatever. Then send it to me, and then I'll attach it to the end of the
all right, work.
entire video or whatever. You could do it at your own time because I'm probably gonna take a couple days with
All right.
editing. So take your time, no rush on that. But if you could, so we could, further show the audience what you're capable
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
I like to do shit like that. So if you with that, let me know. If not, it's all good either way. You know what I'm saying? Because
All
this
right.
was a dope interview. So you
All
know what I
right,
mean?
work.
Yeah, man. But
Appreciate you.
yeah, appreciate you too, my brother. And we're gonna link. I'm gonna continue to support. Like I said before, sometimes with me on Instagram and whatever, I take like these breaks. So you might not
Hmm.
see me, you might not hear from me, but I'm always there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, work.
So yeah, don't even worry about that. If like you don't see me for a while, I'm in the shadows. I'm somewhere
All
lurking because
right,
like
work.
I'm a nerd too, so I don't really like to be day to day with it. I
Yeah,
should
work.
be though, but I'm going to change my whole attitude and approach to it. But I'm
Nah, you
always
be on your
lurking.
ninja shit.
Yeah, I'm on my right, right. I'll be on my low shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Word.
but I'm always there and I'm always down to support. So I will, always be there. And we're gonna link again. Hopefully we could do, some more interviews down the road. And yeah, man, let's just stay up like that, man. Stay in touch, stay in contact, and keep working.
I appreciate you, family, yo.
All right, my
All
boy.
right, yo, stay up. All right.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, man.
All right, one.
One.